76. Or either on the corner with God of the Blanc in the mix. And pulling from the spice box of the earth. But words take the ordinary battle for shilling the elegant works. The elements of style steadily phased out. I play the serenade beat tapes until...
We had 5 slalom races, a lot of action, really tight action all day, and great crashes, great passing. I think it was an awesome day.
We had a really good day of slalom. I won 4 out of 5 races, so I'm really stoked. I'm pretty close to the #1 now. Actually, I think all the girls are really close to each other and we're pushing it and going faster, taking bigger kites, so it's really nice.
And Junior, why not be Pret-a-Porter black? My metaphor spray rap and tell them all day. I do it for the small children. This be my automatic for the people in the tall buildings and things. I never had to push that trap music. This ain't even that ordinary city block stock backpack of rap music. I'm back throwing the dice and flowing nice without a doubt. Got the skyline glowing the ice. Lush life, he whipping in the breeze. Burmese days, burn Dutchess of Everglades, and every word he sprayed is a beautiful line. Rap star, beautiful time. Don't worry if I really buck the nines. My rhymes making sure the flash still act. Black rags to riches, hit them with the wealth of nation track. Spit at rap and get them on the East River waterfront. I'm drinking spade burning water while I'm watching where the wishing well water from. Yeah. Oh. That old 7 seal of approval. Catching the number 10. Dime pieces. Fine pieces. Check it out. I spit water and speak truth. And if I ain't seeing you, I'm seeing blue too. I got this whole city on lock. I push the featherweight ass in. I'm spinning the blocks, and when I'm passing, I'm asking for 2 things. I ain't got fronts or diamond rings, but my love is rock steady when I'm doing my thing. I'm so New York, I'm ready when you ready to talk. I'm ready to walk, already got a thing going on. You want some pink champagne? I can drizzle all night. Give it a night. I do things you ain't seen in your life. The way that I write, got hits coming off of my chest, and the rest is just a dream. You can live it unless you gonna front like you wanted mine. Do it for real. What's the deal? You wanna hit it or you playing the field? Cause I ain't got time to waste. Got rhymes to lace in a city full of chickens that got time to base. Bar, sipping Ray-Bans from the K-Mans. I got all these bitches looking like they got spray cans, and spray cans got my name up in lights, looking like I never gotta work a day in my life, right? I do it for the love of the game. Check the Chevy glass spinning while you're spilling over cheap champagne. And yo, I maintain a city block with pretty flocks of bitches that want a ditty bop. I do it for real, straight up and down. I'm taking you out, I'm spitting the clouds to take you home alone, and then I'm making you shout. Cause I'm that block party missile slash burner slash ordinary thug. One love with that high life drug that got this whole damn city watching me lamping. I'm asking, yo, whatever happened to drinking Dom P on the Palm Beach with some palm trees? Yo, it's on me, I do it for real.
Is this the jam right here? 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 Cause it's feeling like the jam right here. When they ask a nigga how he been with rapping, how you make it with rapping, I've been rolling out more joints more early than niggas trapping. Was never slacking, but since you think I was gone, then I'm back in. Made a pact from rapping and never be caught slacking with the crew. 85% of the time gotta step it up. Cutting records ain't the deal unless they get an infected cut. Straight from the guts and gutters from one another. Desi Hines spit on the mic, but never really stutter. It's true, they wanna love us, but I only trust my mother. Gotta keep your mind sharper than the knives they used to hunt. Just to go on and rock your rubbers with these scheming ass chicks. Cause these dimes trying to get the quick dollar, that be making sense. Used to be watching Clark Can't Fly, we're in the inhibitions. Found out the most true type of hero the game was missing. Spit crack instead of cooking it up in my nigga's kitchen. Was always driven to sit and listen and write my description. It's so natural, natural, my nigga. It's so natural, natural. You ask me how do I write in the purest form of rhymes. These times I let my speakers blast and my teachers laugh combined. But once the sound hit your spine and the lyrics touch your mind, it's like not thinking can help come up with these lines. It's so natural, natural, my nigga, completely natural. It's not your style, my nigga. It's so natural, natural, my nigga. It's so natural, natural. You ask me how do I write in the purest form of rhymes. These times I let my speakers blast and my teachers laugh combined. But once the sound hit your spine and the lyrics touch your mind, it's like not thinking can help come up with these lines. It's so natural, natural, my nigga, completely natural. It's not your style, my nigga. Was always walking past the avenues where I used to.
All right, we are getting ready to go into sequence here, guys. For you guys keen on checking out some slalom action. I think we're going to only go through 2 races, which is actually 2 men's qualifying races and 1 men's final. That's 3. And then 1 women's final. That's 4. So that's going to be 8 races, or 8 heats for the day, totaling 2 races point-wise. And, man, I'm just still recovering from that freestyle. I don't know if you guys caught that, but wow, it was pretty impressive action that went down. Gisela Polito forcing Carolina Winkoska into a super final, and Liam Whaley solidifying the deal, closing it against Christoph Tack. So we got just under a minute here to the start of our race, first race of the day. Got coming up in our men's heat. Our men's fleet's looking like this for heat number 1. We got Smith, Korniel, Cherkashin, Garashenko, Armstrong, Sotov, Martinez, and Font. We'll see who actually makes it out there. But that's who we're looking. So keep your eyes out for, I'm guessing, Font, Smith, Korniel, and the other guys are kind of wild cards. But that's it. The green flag's up, and these guys are underway. So the start of the race is on, as these guys just have a massive downwind leg between these buoys. With this light wind, we've actually put a pretty decent course together that gives these guys all a pretty fair shot. Let's see if they can make that mark on the outside. That's Oswald Smith, followed by Ariel Korniel. Looks like Oscar Armstrong in a 3rd spot, but Ozzie Smith clearly out in front. Rounding the buoy right behind him is Ariel Korniel. So a big downwind blast, as we've got really offshore winds here today. But Ozzie Smith separating that gap right there for in front of Ariel Korniel. I don't think he's going to be able to regain it, but it's a pretty quick, tight course that they've got set here, and it's going to be Oswald Smith taking the win right there, that first one, followed by Ariel Corniel. Looks like we only had 3 guys make it across the finish line. I'm not sure what's up with that, but there is definitely some guys missing from that heat as we're still in sequence. So hopefully we'll have some more guys showing up for that heat in this next round, as we're going to be looking for Julien Carner, Paul Serran, Jerome Cloytens, Ben Ali, Gomez, Arpa, Reno Romeo, and Garat. I don't think I know Forrest Baker's not there. He's on camera. Valentine, I'm not sure. And Romeo, I doubt, because he's probably imbibing in some caipirinhas at the moment, celebrating his 3rd place podium finish. But we are still in sequence, waiting for the start of that next heat. So there's more slalom action coming up. That was just our first race of the day. We're waiting for the start of our 2nd men's qualifiers heat here in Fuerteventura.
Let's take a walk and reflect on things. You my wife, fuck shopping for rings. Already did that. Once in a while, I'ma cheat and get done, but best believe that I'ma always come home. Shorty, I love you.
All right, slalom action continues. Less than a minute here till the start of that 2nd race. Hopefully we get some more guys in there. Definitely the final is going to be interesting, but yeah, it looks like we could have the ladies actually on the start line as we're looking for that green flag to go up, but I see Julien Carner right there. So this is going to be our men's fleet. And that's going to do it for the start right there, blasting across the finish line. Looks like we've got 4 racers on the course, throwing walls of water. You can see that Maxi Gomez way upwind on his twin tip board, and definitely the directional boards are just dominating here. It looks like our Paul Serran in 2nd, Jerome Cloytens in 3rd, and Maxi Gomez rounding in 4th. Pretty much safe to say that Julien Carner is going to be sweeping this one with that massive lead, unless he blows something. Really short course here. Just 2 marks following a start line and a finish line, as Julien and Ariel are getting a little close, but man, those fins and just that slalom specific board really clearly showing that that's the equipment that you want to be using at this event at this point in time. Last year we did see the twin tips pretty much being favored over the race boards into the high extreme winds. Here clearly you can see those guys struggling on that inside mark for the finish, just even to get across it. That's Paul Serran crossing in 2nd, Jerome Cloytens in 3rd. Let's see if Maxi can actually make it across, but I think he will eventually. But these guys are definitely hopefully going to be finding some bigger fins, some bigger boards, because they are going to need it here. But I'm seeing 12s, 13s up in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if Julian Carnera is on a 7-meter, which pretty much you can really get away with a lot less kite when you're dealing with you know, a directional board with some fin area and a bigger planing surface. So the slalom specific gear really coming into play here in Fuerteventura this year as we see this discipline of the sport continue to attract competitors. We're missing one of our main guys. That's Bernie Brian Smith. You know who he is if you follow any kind of racing at all. Bernie Brian Lake was our champion at our last slalom event in Austria. American, pride of America, and he likes to go fast as well, so it'd be great to have him here. But I think we're going to see him in Germany and maybe as well in China, hopefully, if we think we are going to have slalom in China as well. So a few more slalom stops for sure, but we've got the red flag up, and I think this is going to be going into sequence for the ladies. As a little bit of the wildlife on the beach. Okay. Losing the feed there sometimes. But back in those rocks, there's actually these little squirrels. If you've seen any of those squirrel shots from the daily photos or daily videos, it's pretty cool. Here in Fuerteventura, there's like basically domestic squirrels living in those caves over there. But more importantly, we've got our guys on the water. Red flag is up. Now the yellow flag, meaning we're just 2 minutes away until the start of our first women's heat of the day. Here, race 1 of the day. And we'll see how these ladies fare in these quite holy conditions. That inside mark plaguing these riders again, as we saw in our second day of racing a couple days ago. So the race-specific gear really the only chance to perform and win some race. Actually, not the only way, because as we know, there's always the chance of tangles and plenty of other stuff that can go down in these slalom heats. But the slalom action continues here from Fuerteventura. This is going to be one of 2 races that we're going to actually get through today. There's plenty of heats, 8 in total, but that's going to be the start as we see these ladies just hungry, going for it. Bigger women's fleet on the start line than the men in that first heat, as we've got Annalise Lammerts really hungry to take over the win, or the first place position from Magaji. And it looks like we got some Manuela Jungo out there as well. Julia Castro rounding the buoy in first place, followed by Lammerts, Jungo, and our competitor on the north kite. I'm not sure who that is. And where's Magaji? Magaji way in the back. That is interesting. She may be a threat to give up her first place spot, as Lammerts is sitting in second right now, as these ladies are really battling it out. Pretty tight pack here coming into that first mark. And it looks like we might have a little battle for second and third. Coming in, we've got Julia Castro in first place, and it looks like Jungo trying to take over Lammerts, as these guys are kind of struggling to make that downwind mark. Oh, and Jungo just hiccups and goes down. Lammerts accelerating, trying to take over Castro right at the finish, and she does it. That is what it's all about right there. Lammerts just stealing first place. Jungo had a shot, but going down. Oh man, that is a spectacular race right there, and I think that is Oya right there in finishing in fourth. Those ladies on the water, that was Castro, Galliard, Jungo, Lammerts, Magaji, Oya, Parma, Polito. So I don't think they were all there. I think we saw Castro, Yungo, Lammerts, Mergaggi, Oya, Parma. But it's going to be a nice victory for Anna Luz Lammerts, and she just won 3rd place in the freestyle double elimination. So 3rd place women's in the double. So she's going to be a happy lady. I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait to see how all these points tally up. But we have a crash and a tangle down on the course. Looks like Parma and Mergaggi at some point, probably after the rounding of that first mark, or second mark rather, crossing lines and getting a DNF, did not finish. So, man, we got our men's final coming up soon. I think we may be even, I don't think we're in sequence yet. Let me get a peek up here. I think we got time. I'm gonna roll the slalom video from our last day, and we'll be back with more action and live. Here's the men finals from slalom race number 1 for the day. Stick around.
We had 5 slalom races, a lot of action, really tight action all day, and great crashes, great passing. I think it was an awesome day.
We had a really good day of slalom. I won 4 out of 5 races, so I'm really stoked. I'm pretty close to the number 1 now. I think all the girls are really close to each other, and we're pushing it and going faster, taking bigger kites, so it's really nice.
All right, we're getting ready for the start of this men's final. Here we go, folks. This is it. Men's final, first final of the day on the water. Who's it going to be? We've got some heavy hitters out in front. Looks like we've got Ariel Corniel just ripping downwind in front of the directional boards, as well as Paul Saran, 2 teammates. Julian Carnair in third. Julian going down, kite going up, blocking a bunch of his competitors. Looks like Maxi Gomez in third. And I think it's Paul Saran in first, Ariel Corniel in second, followed by Maxi Gomez, Oswald Smith in fourth, and Carnair just, I'm not sure if he's going to continue. I think he's got this one under wraps anyways. He can discard this result, but these guys are hungry. Look at Paul Saran and Ariel Corniel battling it out. Oswald Smith getting up in the mix. as Maxi Gomez still contender there in third place. But Azad Smith, look at him just drag racing. Clearly the gear coming in play here as he is just ripping down, and the guys on twin tips just hit that inside section and just bogged down. So that's going to be Ozzy Smith finishing in second. These guys kind of struggling to make the mark, and it's going to be out of nowhere. Finishing second, it's going to be Jerome Cloyton's coming all the way from 5th place, making it all the way back. And then third, also on the directional board, it is Oscar. Ooh, no, he missed it. It's going to be a tight one to see who actually can make it upwind to that last finish mark. And who's it going to be? Look at Paul Serran just trying to, no, he didn't make it. And Oscar Armstrong trying again, and no, just getting rejected. And Maxi, oh, making it right at the last minute. Oh man, that is a calamity, a sight to be seen. You don't see too many finishes like that. There goes Ariel. No, that was Paul Serran, and Ariel Corniel is still trying to tack and make it up through that buoy. And it looks like our competitor from South Africa, Armstrong, might be the next one. But man, pretty interesting final right there. Oswald Smith sweeping it. Julian Carner, I think, not even finishing it after going down at that first mark. But pretty impressive. So that's going to do it for race 1. We've got a whole nother round, so 4 more heats coming up. 2 men's qualifiers. Men's qualifier heat number 1 on the way. Stay with us. There's more coming here from Fuerteventura.
Today we did the doubles of the freestyle. Tomorrow we will have hopefully the finals. Will be Hetlo probably, Whaley of course, Tuck, and they will really push it to, I hope, some good doubles, good moves, some toe side tricks. I'm looking forward to some nice, that would be great.
Promise not to hurt you. trust in me. Promise not to hurt you. I need you. Heavy on my thoughts today. Promise not to hurt you. I need you. Heavy on my thoughts today, baby. Promise not to hurt you. I need you. Promise not to hurt you.
All right, so that's it. The start of this men's qualifier heat. Looks like we might have a I'm not sure. I think it's a general recall, actually. Green flag went up, but these guys are, I think, just taking their time because they just need to make it across the finish line. Seeing how there's only a few people at the start. I think there's only 3 guys in this, so they're all going on to the finals. So we've got, looks like that would be Mr. Oswald Smith, Armstrong, Ariel Corniel, and Jerome Clayton's right there, heading in. And the rest of our fleet's making it their way out, but it looks like these guys are just having an enjoyable lap through the course. Just kind of need to make it across that finish line to secure their finish in, or their position in the men's finals, which is going to be coming up here after our next men's qualifier heat. So only a few guys showing up from that for that one here. It's kind of somewhat near the end of the heat. Well, it's definitely near the end of the event here. So I think what's happening is a lot of these guys who are freestyle guys have finally undone their belts, let their hair down, and are probably enjoying the fruits of their labors and the spoils of a hard week of competing here in Fuerteventura from the Fuerteventura Grand Slam. So appropriately so, a lot of hard work, a lot of stress goes into these guys who have actually been doing 2 disciplines, running from the freestyle straight into the slalom. But we'll hope for another interesting final heat from both our men and our women. That last women's final was pretty spectacular. Some great maneuvering going on from our riders right there. I was interested to see how Annalise Lambert's fares this could really make the difference and put her in the lead, overtaking Magaji, who's really been struggling here in the past 2 days of slalom racing after sweeping it in Austria. I think it was second in Austria, and then sweeping the first day of races here. So that next race is coming up. We'll be back with more live here from Fuerteventura. All right, and there is Mr. Julien Carnaire sweeping it again, Paul Theron. And it looks like these top 4 are going to be moving on to the final, seeing as there's only 4 of them. But you can see just the difference right there with Julien Carnaire just ripping on that race-specific gear, kite and board. The rest of the crew pretty much on their freestyle gear. But Paul Theron holding his own for sure. He was a contender in that first men's final. But I don't foresee any position changes happening here as it's these guys really weren't putting the pedal to the metal, I don't think, due to the fact that all 4 of them just needed to cross the finish line to move to that final. So probably should have just run that one men's final, but these guys are out there, and that's going to do it. That's Julien Kerner, Paul Saron, Jerome Cloydens, and Maxi Gomez going into the next men's and final, which will also be the last final for the event, for the day, as we're looking for the start of our next women's heat is going to be the next thing that we're going to be see coming across the course. Red flag's already up. Try and keep an eye on that. As these boys and girls, man, that last girls heat was super fun to watch. What did you think of that, Forrest? Did you see that last women's heat? Obviously you did. The women's heat. Lammerts. Yeah. Yep. She came from like 3rd all the way to 1st. Pretty impressive racing from our women's fleet right there, but we've got the red flag up. So less than 3 minutes here from Fuerteventura, getting ready for our women's final race, final heat of the day of the event. So these are the ones that matter, folks. So this is Annalise Lammert's real chance to oust the current first place Magaji from Slovakia. So yellow flag up. So we've got just under a minute and a half till the start of that next women's final.
Okay, so the ladies now will go over the Saturday night. Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we are in the middle of our women's final, just getting ready to start. Green flag getting ready to fly. Let's check the start line. And there they go. Green flag is up, and our ladies are underway. This is the women's final. This is the last women's race of the event. This is for the money, the glory, and the glamour, as these young ladies are fired up and hungry. Magaji putting her kite down in the water, and it looks like Lammert's had to avoid it. But we've got Julia Castro and Manuela Jungo rounding the mark in first place. And Jungo goes down with a little hiccup. Magaji's back up, followed by Parma. And Lammert's following up the rear of the pack. She's going to need to cover some ground if she's going to be finishing in those top 3 spots. But it looks like Manuela Jungo is going to make that second mark in first place, followed by Julia Castro. And Castro going a little bit on the inside, diving at Magaji, who's super hungry. Let's see if she can retake that second place position from Julia Castro. Can she do it? Looks like Jungo's holding her own. Magaji making a move on Castro right now. Right there in the middle, making the pass, no problem. Assuming that second place spot, can she make it upwind of the buoy? That's what I'm wondering, and looks like she's going to do it. Magaji in second, Julia Castro in third, Parma in fourth. And who is that on that north kite in third? I think that is Oya. Okay, that's Kirsten Oya. And then lastly is Lammerts, interestingly enough, who finished first in that first race of the day, the final. So Lammerts goes from first to last in that last heat of the women's right there. That's going to do it for our ladies fleet. There is no more to come from these ladies. They are Dunsky, but some great racing from the ladies. Definitely saw more action from the ladies fleet here than we did in the men's. But we've got looks like we've got what, a 5 or 6 person men final kind of staging up at the top. And we've got more slalom action on the way from our men's final. It looks like the red flag's up, so less than 3 minutes till the start of our last heat of the event, our last men's final. This is going to be an important one. I think already Julian Kerner's got this one buttoned up, but I think the real battles are happening for 3rd and 4th place, because Oswald Smith, I'm pretty sure, has got 2nd place buttoned up as well. So these guys are on the water anyways, and it's going to be an interesting one, as I know Ariel Corniel, super aggressive sailor when it comes to putting money on the table. It is no holds barred, as he is hungry for that one. And let's see what he does here as the yellow flag goes up. And we're still waiting. All right, getting ready for the start of our last race. Last race of the event, the men's final, and the buzzer goes off. And these guys are on the water. Look at Kerner just screaming downwind. You can see he's riding his board super flat. The rest of the guys are throwing walls of water, trying to go as fast as they possibly can. And it looks like we've got Julian Kerner with a hole shot, followed by Gomez. 3rd place, Paul Saran. 4th, Ariel Corniel. 5th, Jerome Cloytons. And Oscar Armstrong and Jerome Cloytons, or another Jerome Cloytons lookalike in the back. Of course, Kerner, 2nd mark as well. Gomez going down at the 2nd buoy. And Paul Saran and Ariel Corniel, those guys want it. Let's just look at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We got some movement now. Cloyton's closing the gap, overtaking, I think, Ariel Corniel. And Gomez looking like he's just pulling out ahead for a 2nd place finish, followed by Paul Saran and Jerome Cloyton's 3rd and 4th. 5th, I'm not sure the Jerome Cloyton's lookalike. And lastly, Armstrong, just in front of him was Ariel Corniel. So those guys are going to be done. That's going to do it. I'm not sure what the points are. Who's going to be ending up with that coveted 3rd place spot, as we know that Julian Kerner has already sealed the deal in the 1st place, and Oswald Smith, pretty certain, sealed the deal on the 2nd place. But man, impressive second leg right there from our 4 guys. We saw Paul Saran making some moves. Definitely aggressive riding from him. Ariel Corniel rather, just kind of falling back. I was looking for him to be somewhere up in the pack. But Maxi Gomez out of nowhere, just pulling out of the lead, finishing 2nd. So congratulations to those guys. We got Julian Kerner coming off the water right now. Arm in the air. Congratulations. You can see that slalom specific board kite really making the difference here in these somewhat light variable conditions. Light in terms of Fuerteventura. Anyways, 17 to 25 knots out there, believe it or not. It's just those inside holes really wreaking havoc with these guys. But I think that's going to be it for the racing. So yeah, I've just confirmed that that's going to be a wrap. That's Magaji right there. She started super strong at the beginning of the event and seemed to falter as the winds got a little bit lighter. Not really having the gear. I talked to her. She said she's got some more slalom-specific gear she's been training on. We're going to see her in Germany trying to continue a run her campaign for the world title, but it remains to be seen. That's Maxi Gomez coming in there from Spain. But great racing from all these guys, all these competitors here. It's been a fantastic week of freestyle, slalom, parties, everything going on here at Playa Sotavento. I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Renee Igley and the Renee Igley Center, as well as to the Malia Goriones and Playas de Jandia, Playa Sotavento, for taking such good care of us here in the south of the island of Fuerteventura. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of our industry partners: North Kiteboarding, Airrush Kiteboarding, Best Kiteboarding, F1 Kiteboarding, Ozone Kiteboarding. You guys, huge thanks to everything you guys bring to the sport, and a huge thanks to you guys here watching at home. It's been an honor and a pleasure to cover the action as it's been going down throughout this amazing event. Beautiful water, beautiful day. The wind is still blowing, but I think that's going to be a wrap for the action, unfortunately. But what a spectacular event. I want to give a huge shout out to Liam Whaley for getting his first podium spot, and Christoph Tack as well. Those guys finishing first and second, and of course Gisela Polito and our second place finisher, Carolina Winkoska. So impressive riding from everyone, as well as our racers, Annalise Lammerts, the young Magaji from Slovakia, and of course Oswald Smith and Julien Kerner topping the charts. But we'll wait for those official results. So in the meantime, guys, this is going to be it. It's Dave Tarbursky signing off from Fuerteventura from an amazing event. I'm going to go get wet. So we'll see you guys next time in Germany. Do visit us and stay posted to Facebook and Twitter for all the latest and greatest updates on the PKRA and where we're going to next. So in the meantime, folks, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.